Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
So
Okay,
it is.
no.
That's my rap career, everyone.
You cannot pull that off. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
that
What
was the
is it because
start
I'm
and the
super
end
white?
of AP's rap career.
I don't know. Could that be it?
What?
She said, "Is it because I'm super white?"
I mean, it's
I
probably not
mean,
helping your case.
yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, so it's July 1st. I can't believe it's July
I
already.
know.
This crazy
What?
bananas. So we have a lot of things we want to talk about, don't we?
We
At least
do.
I do. I have like four, five.
I just have one, I
Okay.
think, that I know of.
I want to make sure that I say this before at the top in case anyone turns us off after 35 seconds. Um, we
please
want
don't.
we want people to go and vote for us for the People's Choice Award in the Podcast Awards. And that is the link is in the show notes, but it's just podcastawards.com. And then it makes you fill out you have to put your name and your email address, and then it takes you to the page where you can vote. And you can vote for all the other categories too. The only one that we are
Mhm.
in is the People's Choice. Hey friends, Amy here. I was mistaken when I was announcing this. We are actually nominated in two categories, and it's a little confusing. The instructions for podcasters is confusing, and it does not spell things out right. So as I was looking at all the different people who are nominated in all the different categories, suddenly there we are in the entertainment category. So if you go to podcastawards.com and click nominate, you will be taken to a page where you put in your name and your email address. And I think you have to make a password too. And then it'll take you to the page where you can start voting/nominating. So we are in the People's Choice Award category, which I believe is the very first one you're going to see. And then we are also in entertainment. And then if you want to go the extra mile for us, or for me, I should say, my other podcast, Volstead Land, is in the history category. So you can vote for us over there. Just wanted to clear that up because it's quite a confusing process on my end. You guys will have no problem just going in and voting. So please do that. Thank you. Bye. And you can vote for us in there. And I believe you can only vote once um, unless
Have
you,
multiple emails.
yeah, unless you use a different email. Like I used my activity continues email and voted for Volstead Land. And then I went into the Volstead Land and I voted for activity continues. So
Smart
yeah,
move. Smart
if you
move.
have multiple emails, you can vote multiple times. And we are hoping that, I mean, there's a gazillion people that
Hmm.
are in the running for that. We did have to register to be on that ballot, but we did that. We're on the ballot. So vote for us, and we
Woohoo.
would be super happy. It would be great
Yes.
if we could even get
Please.
in like the top five or something. That would be awesome. So that's my
Would be
first thing. Oh,
awesome.
and I also want to say I have to show you guys what I found at
I
the.
see a rebel. Is that
It's
Is
rebel?
it
not.
cut water? Cut water. I
Hot
win.
water
Oh,
I win.
espresso
wow.
martini. I have not opened it yet. This is my first one. It's already sweaty because it's humid in here a little bit. So I'm going to open it up with my new Olive
I
and
did
June
notice those
press-on
were
nails.
Oh, I
very
love Olive
nice.
and June.
They're so cool. This color, this color. Oh, for those of you who can't see, who are only listening, um, it's called crushed velvet or something like that.
It
Mm.
looks like a dark red wine.
It is, and
Yep.
it's real like iridescent.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh my God, I love them. I can't stop looking at
I
them.
I freaking love their just their nail polishes in general. Sometimes I do my nails while I'm working because then I'm not running the dogs into them. But they have this like dry, so
Oh, I've seen that on their
it's
site.
a fast dry, and
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
it's like a little oil that you put a drop on your nails. Your hands get a little oily, but it helps them dry and it like hardens the nails a little bit
Oh,
more. So
nice. I'll
yeah,
have
Nice.
to get that. I
I
love
I've
their nail strengthener. I put that on all the time and it works really well.
I'm highly considering ordering one of their just like manicure sets where you can get, a couple different colors and all of
Hmm.
the shaping tools and everything because
Hmm.
my nails just always feel good after that. So Olive and June, if you're listening, we'd
Yeah.
love a promo code.
Yes,
Like
that would be awesome.
I have 7 colors, I think, right now.
I
Maybe
don't
we
have
should
that
reach out to
many.
them.
I should. I
Are they
should.
polish?
They
Yeah.
have polish, they have press-ons. They have 2 different kinds of press-ons. These are you put them on with glue
Mm-hmm.
and they're just, they don't like they're just whatever. I don't know how to describe it. I've done a bunch of other nails that are different and I won't go into it. I don't like them. I mean, I used them because I thought they were cool, but they're not as good as these. These you just put on and you can cut them. When I got these, they were like long and pointy.
Mm-hmm.
I had to cut them because I don't like the
Like
pointy.
they actually do in the salons.
Yeah. And so you can wear them like the long way if you want. I did that for a few hours and then I cut them and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, but it did. It worked just fine to cut them and file them down.
Yeah.
And this one did come off right away. The thumb came off right away, like an hour later, and I just glued it back on. I don't think I used enough glue, and that's all. It's been fine now. But I do use gloves to like wash my hair and wash dishes and stuff because I'm afraid it's gonna come off. But they have these kind, and then they have another one called tabs, nail press-on tabs or something like that. I got some of those too, but I haven't used them yet. And they're for more like temporary, like they're not gonna stay on for 2 weeks like these are supposed to. And then they have polish.
Yeah, and the polish they have a quick and fast dry, so a quick dry, and then they also have the long wear. And honestly, the long wear, even the fast dry I've had last a week, the long wear can last pretty well. And I'm pretty rough on my nails.
I am too. I'm always washing dishes or my hands or whatever. So yeah, I like the God, this does sound like an ad. I swear to God, you guys, not sponsored.
It's not.
Not sponsored. But no,
we should reach out to them and play them this segment.
I should be like, this is just off the cuff. Yeah. It's not even in our list of shit we were going to talk about.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I have not done the fast dry nails. I just do the long wear ones, and I'm always surprised at how long it lasts. Yeah, they're really nice
because it's based on color. Because that is one thing that is a grievance of mine for most nail companies is that when you find like they don't always have the fun colors that you want in the like polished type that you're looking for. So that is annoying.
Yeah. I have not run into that, but
well, I tend to like the bright, like I've started wearing yellows. I really like yellows. And
that's the ones I got for the tab ones where I got yellow.
Okay. Awesome.
And I thought of it because I remember seeing you with your bright yellow on and that was so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from a topic we weren't even going to discuss.
Well, if we're going to go with annoyance or grievance for a minute.
Yeah. I saw yours, but I don't know what that means.
No. So here's my problem.
Okay.
Sheets. Why is it that if you order sheets or you buy sheets that are supposed to have deep pockets, why does the top sheet never fucking fit?
Oh.
Because if you're getting deep pockets, it means the rest of the mattress is deep or bigger.
Yeah.
So why don't you have ones like it barely covers or barely tucks in on either side?
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I'm one person sleeping in a bed. How does 2 people fight over like sheet companies? Please make the top sheets bigger. Like if it's for a queen, it should, to me, the top sheet should be able to fit a king.
Yeah.
So then you can tuck it in and you're not like completely destroying the other side of the bed.
Yeah.
Same. I always buy like my blankets or comforters. I buy king size for my queen bed.
Yep, I do too. Well, now I have a king bed, so I can't really go anywhere from there.
Yeah,
California king.
Yeah, that's just longer though, isn't it? It's just for tall people.
I think they're wider too.
Is it wider? Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
I sleep on a California king, and it's pretty wide. I can lay across it, and I'm not
nice.
Feet aren't hanging off the end.
Cool.
Well, you are 5'2".
5'3".
Come on, Amy.
Just
give her
kidding.
that extra inch.
Give me that inch of height.
That's what she said.
No.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew someone was going to do that.
Dirty. This is a family podcast. How's
well,
the
then
drink,
I shouldn't have
Amy?
said fucking.
I'll have to beep it. The espresso martini from Cutwater is delicious.
Nice.
Is
that going to keep you up?
I hope not.
I don't think it has caffeine in it though.
I don't know. I have to look.
I mean, it's an espresso martini.
Yeah, but you can use decaf espresso beans.
Cold brew coffee flavor. I don't know. I can't read it with my not up close.
I mean, like Kahlua is coffee flavor, but it's not going to have caffeine in it.
Right. When I make espresso martinis at home. I make them with espresso. However, now I've been making decaf cold brew. And so now I make my drinks with that, and that doesn't keep me up at night. So
Yeah,
I
I
can
remember
make you
you
one,
wired
Megan.
Megan for
I
quite a
know.
while.
Next time I make you one, Megan, I'll make it with a cold brew, and it won't keep you up. It's decaf. But these are
And
good, and I'm
isn't
glad to
that where
find them.
your incident last November started with drinking too much caffeine? Or your that cold brew you had really high
Oh,
caffeine amounts?
yes, I was drinking that busy caffeine. I don't know if that's what sent me to the hospital or not, but because
Probably didn't
It
help.
probably
it probably didn't help. It certainly didn't
yes.
help. It certainly didn't help. And then one of the nurses she was like, "Oh, if your heart's ever feeling like fluttery or whatever, because I get that thing where like it beats normal and then it stops and then goes bub 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 like it has to catch up."
An arrhythmia.
Yeah, I've had it all my life, but
Hmm.
she's like, if that ever happens, you can just like drink a shot of like coffee espresso or something, and that'll just get it bumping right up. And I'm like, I think that's what got me here. I
Hmm.
don't think that's a good idea. And she's like, oh, well then don't.
Well, I mean, my mom does work on a heart, short stay for outpatient surgeries, and she is seeing an increase, and she's been working there, God, almost 20 years, probably 15 to 17 years now.
Mhm.
She said there's been such an increase of younger people coming in needing heart related surgeries.
Mm,
So they do a lot of stents and things like that. It's just because a lot of people rely on a lot of caffeine,
yeah.
energy drinks, especially those of you who
Oh my
drink
God, like those five
like
hour energies.
Mountain Dews, multiple Mountain Dews in a day, or
Mhm.
the zero sugars, monsters, and other things.
Mm.
Like I've
Red Bull.
the people that will just like down one and open the next.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Instead of actually sleeping. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can't do that. It makes,
Mm-mm.
if I drink too much caffeine, I can drink cold caffeine usually without it bothering me too much. But if I drink like a cup of coffee, like with caffeine, if I can only have one. If I have more than one, my eyes literally buzz and I can't see
Hmm.
straight. So I can't do it.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Anyway, careful with
Megan's
caffeine,
taking down
kids.
notes of how to take care of us or take us out later.
No, I'm just trying to write with my left hand.
Why?
Are you
What's
planning on
wrong with
breaking
your
the
right
right?
hand?
In case I ever lose my right hand, I've already got a head start writing with my left. It actually, look, I don't know if you can
I
Yeah.
see
can't.
it. That's
Oh, there
my
you go.
left hand writing.
Okay.
Megan loves kitty.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can read it.
Listen,
I can read it.
you
Oh,
should
that's
see when
good.
I started 2 years ago.
So if
Listen, you
anybody wants
guys,
a prepper, Megan is available.
I don't know why, but one day I'm like, what if I lose my right hand and then I'm going to have to start writing left-handed? So I started practicing my left-handed writing.
Just now.
No, she's
No,
done it for 2 years.
I
yeah,
know. I'm just wondering why you're doing it right now.
I don't know because I had a pen in my hand.
Okay.
I had to do something.
Anyway, so and when this comes out, it'll be my mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Barb. She's not listening, but that's okay.
Happy birthday, Barb.
Um,
Happy birthday,
and
Barb.
let's go, Megan. You have a book you want to talk about. The
Yeah, so my cousin and I are doing a book club, and honestly, the books we've had this year have been pretty duds. And like we're reading the books that are supposed to be really good, so either we're bad or they're bad. But
It's kind of
um,
like movies that get nominated for Best Picture.
yes.
Nobody sees them, and then everybody's like, "Why did I sit through this 3 hour piece of crap?"
mm-hmm.
The first two books were okay. They weren't like, wow, this is great. And then we started to read another one that was supposed to be like amazing, and I didn't even finish it. It was so bad. But we started reading Never Whistle at Night, which is a collection of dark fiction by Indigenous authors,
Nice.
and it's good, but I can't read it at night. And my cousin didn't know about mimics and never whistling at night, like in the
Oh,
Appalachians.
oh.
And I'm like, yeah, don't
Appalachia.
whistle Appalachia. Sorry, everybody. I'm from Midwest. We say everything wrong. Um, and so I was telling her about it, and I told her about my experience with a mimic, and she's like, that's terrifying. I'm like, yes, yes, it
hmm
is.
Yeah.
But the stories are so good. Like, they're good. So
Good.
if
Good.
anybody is looking for something to read, I highly recommend. recommend. It's called Never Whistle at Night.
Okay. I'll put the link in the
Nice.
show notes to Amazon.
Mhm.
And if you guys buy it through my link, we might get like 3 cents.
Woo!
So I encourage you to support
You
us
get
in
a
that
penny,
manner.
and you get a penny,
You get a
and
penny.
everyone gets a penny.
We won't spend it all in one place, and we
No.
won't forget about the people who brought us to the top.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So I think we're back on Amy. You have
Yeah.
AP, you have one more thing?
Oh yeah. I just the last couple of weeks has been the Olympic trials, so swimming, track, and gymnastics, and so it's just been a blast to kind of watch. But um, one thing we notice, and this goes on a lot in track and field, is we get to see all the track events, including watching people run 5,000 or 10,000 meters
Oh
around the
my
track. Mind
God.
you, just remember that a track is 400 meters,
Oh my God. How boring.
but we don't get to see and have commentary for things like long jump, shot
Mhm.
put, discus, and any of the field events. They're like, oh, here's the top throw from this person, and that's all we see.
Oh,
That sucks.
Yeah. And there's actually been a lot of athletes, field athletes, kind of calling it out this year because they put in just as much effort.
of
Mhm.
course.
And, and we were able to watch we watched two Minnesota girls compete or women compete for shot put.
Nice.
I actually coached against one of them back when I coached throws.
Oh wow.
Really?
Maggie Ewan, she is just she was phenomenal in high school and she's just a beast to see now. And the other one, Lesnar, I can't think of her first name, Maya Lesnar. If you remember who Brock Lesnar was, who was a U of M wrestler and he went to the
Yes.
he tried to play football a little bit, but I think he went to the WWE.
Mhm.
And yeah, his daughter made it to the
Nice.
trials as well. Neither one made it to the
Simone,
Olympics, but
Simone Biles is here. It was in Minneapolis, the gymnastics
the
ones were.
gymnastics, yep.
And I saw there was a lot of shade. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but when she was doing her routine, her floor routine, they cut to her husband and it said Simone Biles' husband.
Yeah, as he should be known.
What's wrong with that?
He should change his last name
No,
to
it's
Biles because
good.
everybody would know who he is
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, right.
But he's the one that was throwing shit a couple months ago when he was
Oh
saying
yeah,
no.
last year he's
The
the
only
catch in the relationship and
Yes, and the only reason
Gross.
people knew about Simone was because she was married to him.
he claims he was joking
He
about
was
all of
not
that. But
joking.
yeah. But yeah, they definitely put Simone Biles' husband. Like, you know
Mhm.
That's
what?
funny.
What's his last name? Like Owens or something? Honey,
I have
just
no idea.
change your name to Biles and people will know who you are. Oh,
Yeah.
you're Mr. Biles. You're Simone's husband.
Yeah, she's the star in that relationship, and I will not. I
Yeah,
will
he
die
was
on
on the
that hill.
Packers team and now
Oh,
he's a safety. And so he's with the Bears now.
I
hmm.
mean,
Okay.
I will still die
Well,
on that hill.
I don't know. It's been centuries that we've been hearing instead of a female given her name, it's she is so and so's wife. So,
Mhm.
it's about time.
Even
Yep.
on
Turnaround is fair play.
Old Timey Podcast, which is Kristen from Let's Go to Court, her new podcast that she does with her husband.
Hmm.
She was known as Norm Caruso's wife. She was referred to as Norm Caruso's wife. And because he's got his own podcast and he was really pissed off about that. And I'm like, yeah, she's her own
Well,
person too.
I love
Yeah.
like JJ Watt, his wife, who I can't think of course, I can't think of her name right now, but she's a soccer player. And down in Texas, somebody did an article and was like, JJ Watt's wife. And he's like, she has a name.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a keeper then.
He's huge into that. Jalen Hurts, quarterback for the Eagles, his entire like PR agency and everything is all women. He's the
Oh,
only player that has had all women
Nice.
sports agents and, all of his admin stuff is all
awesome.
women. Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
yeah. But anyways, the trials were really fun.
Mhm.
Good.
It was kind of funny last night. They were talking about, Simone Biles is 27. She is officially the oldest woman from the U.S. competing in gymnastics since the 1950s.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Isn't that
And
crazy? They start so young.
They
Yep.
start so
well,
young.
there's a 16-year-old on the team, so there's 16 to 27 is the age range.
Wow.
And they kind of were like, so Simone, do you feel like kind of a sense of responsibility for all these young women that you're going? Yes, she does. She
I'm
goes,
sure
yeah.
she does, but I hope she doesn't have it weigh on her too much.
No, so more so because she used to call Allie Raisman grandma. And she brought that up. She goes, "Well, I used to call Allie
Uh,
grandma and I've surpassed that. So yeah, I
Mhm.
guess I'm kind of the grandma of the team."
yeah.
Like,
Oh my
As long
God,
as she embraces it and she's
oh
okay,
yeah.
that's fine.
her floor routine,
She's
she
amazing.
was doing
To
like
Taylor
12
Swift.
foot jumps.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
no exaggeration.
she's amazing. I saw
She
little
is a
snippets on the news tonight.
beast.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was so fun to watch that. And it's fun to hear their music and know like Suni
Hmm.
Lee did uh Lindsey Sterling, new music from Lindsey Sterling, the violinist.
Oh
Jade Carey
wow.
did Seven Nations Army by
White Stripes.
yep, thank you. My brain went to
That's a
White
good
Snake and I was like,
song.
that's
That's
not
not
the
the
right
right
group.
one. That's not the white one.
But it was so fun to like, and it's so like the powerful beats that they hit and
Hmm.
some of their like it was just fun to watch. I love
Yeah.
watching. I can't wait for the Olympics. And yes, you will get more Olympics information from me in a
That's
couple
okay.
weeks.
That's okay.
I'm
That's
not
about
really
the
for or against it. Like if it's on, I watch it, but I'm not gonna like it's not like Shark Week, which is next week.
right.
Um, I'm not gonna like mold my day around it.
Oh, I'll get up in the middle of the night to watch certain things if I have
That
to.
Okay.
Flip phone Jody
Fair.
does that too. She's obsessed with the Olympics.
Oh, like curling in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, she
One of my
watches all of
favorite
it.
things to watch. I got up and watched the U.S. team play like 2 in the morning. Yep, I got
Mm.
up and went back to bed afterwards. I know I'm weird. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, by
It's
the
fine.
time
Stop
this comes
judging me.
out,
I feel you
Shark Week
judging
is
me.
over. That's really
Judging you.
sad.
By the time what?
By the time this episode comes out, Shark Week is over.
Oh, oh
It's
well. I
next
thought you
week.
were going to say the Olympics is over. I'm like, it's not coming out that long from
No.
now. Speaking of the trials, I was downtown last night, as you guys know, and anybody who saw my post on Instagram knows I was downtown last night, acting like I'm 21 years old.
I know when you
And
sent that in the chat, I thought you were joking. And then I'm like, oh shit,
do you think I'd been abducted or something?
I
she
was
texts
messaging
us
her and
at
I was
like,
laying in bed and she's like, I wish I was gone.
yeah.
I'm like, I was so okay. We went to see a band, Greg's favorite band called The Church. We're there because I'm a good wife, not because I wanted to be. I don't
Mhm.
even really care for the band. They're fine. I bought their album
You're fine.
Starfish in 1987 and I loved it and I played the shit out of it.
That's the year my sister was born.
Really?
Aw,
I
that was
thought it was
sweet.
1984, but Greg said it was 87 and he's probably right. So, but the rest of their catalog is fine. I don't know. Well, it's fine. Whatever. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Whatever. I'm in the middle. And so listening to them for several hours is a bit more than I can handle. Especially when I have already been standing for 3 hours
Ew.
because there were two other bands before them.
That's
No,
terrible.
And
thanks.
and yeah, and this band has been around since 82 maybe.
So they have a
And
couple of songs.
so they have a few albums, yeah.
One or two.
And their their fan base is my age or older. I
Mhm.
swear to I kid you not. I saw at least three people with canes. I saw people with knee braces. Everybody was clamoring for the
Did
like
anybody have
20.
one of those like seats that they just fold out like they had in
No,
Big Bang
I wish I
Theory?
brought my mom has one. I should have brought hers. I would have at least had
Mhm.
somewhere to sit. It was painful. My
Mhm.
back hurt so bad. My legs hurt. My feet hurt. I even wore my good Scotland tennis shoes.
Mhm.
Thank God, or otherwise I'd have been in a lot more pain than that. But yeah, it started late, of course. I mean, I swear to God, a show for seniors should start at like 4.
Mhm. Yeah.
None of this
Nothing like partying late and
7:30 shit.
your whole body aches, but it's just
Oh
because
my
you're old and
God.
standing. I
I
mean, we
know.
all
Oh
get
my
there.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
texted us at 9 and she's like, I'm out. And I'm like,
I'm in
9 on a
sweatpants.
Sunday?
I
Yeah.
know.
I had to double look at my watch
I
and my phone and
know.
be like, is she okay?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm on my couch and then I'm gonna be in my bed.
Yeah. Well, and we took a lift and we get
Good.
downtown. And first of all, the
It was
first
still
person I
sunlight out.
see, yes. Oh, it was sunlight with the second band was still playing. It was still sunlight. Um, but we get downtown, and not only is it the Olympic trials, which we didn't know, it's also Pride, which we
Yeah,
knew, but we weren't thinking about.
Yeah.
And so it was chaos. And we're like, thank God we didn't drive
that sounds
because
terrible.
the lift was fine. And our driver was really cool. He was from Qatar. And he was like,
Oh,
2 years ago,
nice.
I never would have dreamed I would be here. you
He
know,
probably want to
in
leave again.
Minneapolis. What?
And he probably wants to like get out
Yeah,
of the
I know he
US again.
probably
I
will
mean,
pretty soon. Oh God, let's not get started on
yep, nope,
the
nope, nope, nope.
shit that went
Rewind,
down today,
rewind,
or we won't
rewind.
even we won't even get to the recap. Um,
Eh,
but
rewind.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, he probably no, he did this is one thing he said that I thought was really interesting. So he moves here, he gets a Hyundai. He
Mhm.
also owned a Hyundai in Qatar. And in Qatar, uh his Hyundai kept getting stolen. Or one time it got totaled, and then a couple times it got stolen. He moves here, he gets a Hyundai, it gets stolen. He gets another one, it gets stolen. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he said, so don't ever get a Hyundai if you don't want
No.
to get stolen. And he said, you know, it was so surprising to him when he got here because when he was in Qatar, he he thought, well, people steal because they don't have anything. They have to steal. They have to steal to get money. They don't steal, you know, because they don't have the
Oh,
opportunities to have
bless
jobs
him.
Mhm.
and all this kind of stuff. So they have to steal. They have no other option. And he's like, so I was really surprised to come here and find out that people are still stealing from each other. And he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why are people doing that? They don't have to.
They suck.
And I said, well, because he was telling us that he works at a college and he's like got some kind of like security job, like not like
Hmm.
cybersecurity, like he
Hmm.
does
Mhm.
computer security stuff. And then he does this like for extra money on the weekends.
Mhm.
And so I said, well, I think the difference is that you are willing to work hard. You have two
Mhm.
jobs,
Mhm.
and these people aren't. They'd
Mhm.
rather
Hmm.
just steal.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I think that's what it is.
Oh,
That's not
bless him.
probably what it is all the time. But he was like, I just didn't think it was going to be like that. I understand what it was like when I was at
Oh,
home, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be like that.
that's really shitty.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Pop his
know.
little illusion bubble.
I know. But he's really happy to be here and he speaks English beautifully. And I was going to ask him if he learned English in Qatar or if he's only learned it in the last 2 years. But we got there and I didn't have time to
Hmm.
talk to him.
When I was in the Middle East, this guy that I was dating learned English by watching TV.
Hmm.
Yep. A lot of European countries do too. In Copenhagen, they all speak English, and that's because they learn from watching TV. They don't even have accents. I mean, most of the younger people
Wow.
anyway, they
Yeah.
don't, they sound just like us because they
Mhm.
don't even, maybe not like us unless they're watching Fargo,
Right.
but they
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
oh yeah, but they don't like, I was like, how come you sound like me? You don't sound, and they're like, because we watch your TV shows.
Mhm.
That's how we learn. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I think the only thing we have last on our list is Megan's medication update.
Yes. So
We
I
were both, Amy
started
and I both wanted to ask you about this, but we didn't sure how
Hmm.
much you wanted to talk
um
about.
I started my ADHD medication last week, and I think I've definitely noticed I'm not reaching for my phone as much when I'm working.
Mhm.
So I'm able to focus more.
Good.
Um so that's the biggest thing that I've noticed is I did today, but that's just because I was really, really tired. But I've noticed that I'm able to really like do a task.
Good.
Whereas before I would do like type for a couple minutes and then phone and type
Mm-hmm.
and now it's probably like 30 to 40 minutes that I'm able to do that.
Oh, good.
So it's definitely helping. I've only been on it a week.
Uh-huh.
So it's still probably working its way into my system. I didn't do a stimulant. I did a non-stimulant because I was a couple reasons. One, I didn't want to get addicted to like the Adderall type stuff.
Okay.
Two, if this medication didn't work, I wanted to have another option available
Mm-hmm.
to me.
Hmm.
Um, but so far it seems to be doing a really good job.
Good. Good.
Yeah, that's
Well, and a
No
awesome.
real
stimulant.
side effects.
Oh, good. I would think a stimulant would also could amp up your anxiety part too. You know, you're like you're jittering and you're picking and
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. I would think it
Yeah.
would contribute to that. So it's probably good that this
Yeah.
is working okay for you.
So
Cool.
far so good.
Good.
Congrats.
Good.
Thanks. I'm
That's
very
awesome.
excited.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. Should we jump into the recap?
Yeah.
I think
All
so.
right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us for this bit. And we will see you next week with
Thanks
a recap.
everybody.
Thanks,
Ooh,
everyone.
ooh.
Bye.
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 Thank you for listening to the Activity Continues podcast. We really appreciate you giving us your ears for a bit. Please reach out if you have a spooky story you'd like us to share on the show. We can be reached at theactivitycontinues@gmail.com or through our website or any of our socials. Links are all in the description of the show. Please feel free to drop us a note and say hi. And join us next time when the activity continues. The Activity Continues is produced by me, Amy, at Collected Sounds Media and is part of the independent Collected Sounds Podcast Network. We are also proud members of the BooPod network of super cool podcasts.
Nailed it.